Hey, what's up, everybody? How you doing? Chilling, chatting. It's another Saturday. Yeah. All right. Now, let's see. All right, just set everything up real quick. All right. Today we'll be just chatting, chilling, and everything, and doing what we do. Talking about some peppers and upcoming season and all that kind of stuff. And yeah, so we'll see what we do. And in the meantime, let's go ahead. This dark chocolate I made with some Brando spice. Hey, what's up in the pain? How you doing? Yeah, so right now we get ready to just talk about a few things here. You know, but looking forward to seeing how this plan turns out this season. Um, Roots are coming out pretty good so far with this thing. Up there. Yeah. So we're starting to get the little growth in the side here. I was debating on whether or not to just cut the leaves and let that kind of bush out, but we'll see. So just haven't decided just yet. And, got no more things going on, but yeah. So there's a couple things I'll go over. Let me see if I got everything around me that I need. Oop, sorry about that. That was a little burp from the candy I just ate. Alright, alright. I got a couple things we need together. And there's a little experiment I'll be doing. But, well, I'm sure other people have done it and have had mixed results. But it'll be something I'm just toying with. Um, well, in the pain, that's weather over here. It's been snowing up mostly all day. So, I mean, it was all right for a while, then it just kind of shifted to snowing all day. So, What's up, Cody? How you doing? Yeah, so the temperature dropped a bit within the past day or so, a day or two, and then it just been snowing pretty much all day. Got a fair amount of snow around here, so it looked like just everybody. It looked like they just poured Epsom salt all over the place with how much with the color it looks. But yeah, um, so uh, man, alright. So how y'all doing tonight? If y'all got any plans tonight? Yeah, yeah, that's cool. I appreciate you showing up, man. Let's see. Alright, put those two there. Okay. Put that out of my way so I don't knock it over. See, this is what I'm doing right here. It's got a little bit of seaside mix and and these little these little party cups or plastic cups. What I'm going to do is just something simple. Um, get this set up real quick. Go right on it. I'll let you know what I'm writing on it here in a second. I just want to do this, get out the way. Should have done it pre-hand, but it's alright. Let's see if I can write this with my fat fingers. Alright. Well, I hope you're having a good time at work and everything. And hope you're staying warm there in the pain. Alright. I'm going to do this. This is just a test thing, so I'm going to put a handful of what I'm talking about in here. Well, not a handful, but enough to experiment with over here. Alright. Basically, this one experiment, I'm always experimenting something going on here. What I got here is, I don't know if y'all can read that right. Crushed red pepper. No, y'all seen this, yeah, either in bottles or these little packets at places. And so basically, what these are is those crushed red pepper flakes or whatever. You can get them at about anywhere. Um, let's see which one. The thing is about these pepper flake, crushed pepper flakes. They have seeds in them, so so well. Okay. Basically, these aren't anything too crazy. I'll show you more of it here in a minute, but it's just basically those pepper flakes and stuff. So they are what I can tell are seeds, and if they done them a certain way, then they quite possibly are still viable. But if y'all are familiar with what they say in the label, they just said red chilies or peppers. So I'm just curious as how these will turn out. I'm not saying if they even turn out. I mean, it's nothing, you know, too big of a deal. If they work, they work. If they don't, they don't. I mean, it's not like it's going to be a big loss. I didn't even have to pay for these. These were for given out or just available for when I purchased a sandwich at this place. So it was at their little deli spot at this gas station place. So I mean, I don't know, countless places have them. Oh boy, what do I do with the remnants? Right there. I'll just put a little bit more. I just want to put a few more in here just to see. I mean, I got plenty. But I always can get some more whenever I feel like, or whenever I go there again. I seem to have them available a lot. So, you can't really freak out too much on something else for free. And even if these do germinate, I don't know exactly what to think off that on these. Just because, I mean, I can tell they're not ultra high seeds, but I mean, more likely they're a type of annual or something like that. That's immense. And yeah, it'll just be interesting to see what comes to play. If something happens, it happens. So, yeah. Yeah, hopefully something will come of these. But even if something does pop up, I can't be having guaranteed results. So, I'll just sit that there. What I need to do is grab this. Yeah. Yep. And before I do anything with that, I have set it in. Basically, since I got these little plastic cups, I already cut holes in the bottom. I got this little seed starter tray. Yes, I still got little names taped on it, but that's not what it was. It's just a pre-use tray. I'm just going to go ahead, set that in there like so. Since since the bottom of the circles on the bottom of this fit right with the plastic cup, and just just ever so rightly, I can just do that. I can just sit there. They don't sit snugly, but they sit low enough. Don't have to sit snug. Just something that will get them there, or just sit rest in the right spot. Yes, I'm using this little container. Got this at a cheap store or one of those dollar type stores. Well, I got it at the dollar type store like about a year ago. Well, not quite a year ago, but a while ago. Just because they're having a sale on it, and figured why not get it. And this works good for indoors types of plants. It was on sale, so can't beat a cheap price for something like this. Works well for indoor plants. Correct. Put that there. Let's see what I can do here. That. Grab an index card. Do like what I was going. I'll just go ahead and show you. I know you guys, if anybody is familiar with that, knew what I was talking about in regards to those pepper flakes. But you can get them out anywhere. And yeah, I just wanted to show you basically it. Alright. Alright, this is what we'll do for this packet here. Just basically just get the rest of the packet in there. And always pull this index card up. Alright guys, come with me while I show you what I'm referring to. Alright. Yeah, see? This is what the packet was, or all the stuff that was in the packet. Really just, some crushed up dry peppers, and as you can see, there's seeds still in there. So, I mean, this is some, the seeds look in really good condition and all that, but, I mean, you can't always be guaranteed they're going to be in the greatest of conditions. But, hey, I just figure I'll give them a try. So, but anybody that's a grower knows it doesn't hurt to have a little bit of fun with it. But I'm not trying to make a name off of anything. I'm not trying to make a business off of, saving seeds from something like that. All I'm doing is just experimenting with the seeds to see if they're still viable, and if they are, I grow something from it. I'll just probably, if I can get them to germinate and get to maturity and produce some peppers, I will decide then what I would want to do. More likely, I'll just maybe grow a plant or so out, and then save the seeds from that plant, maybe, and then maybe give a few peppers out. I don't know. I mean, I'm not looking to make money off something like that. So, looking for that. I'm just doing it as a little thing to toy with. So, yeah, chili de arbol are nice ones to use as well. Um, I've given a number of chili de arbol. I know I'm kind of mispronouncing a little bit, but to a handful of people recently, and but the seeds, those ones are nice peppers to grow. They can be rather productive. It's interesting how cheaply or how many dried peppers you can get for such a cheap price at the stores. But yeah, and I'm not really going into too much about that, but that is a nice strain. Um, you might grow a couple of those plants out this year. I mean, I gave some to Charles P, and he said he grew one, and it was just really, really productive. I mean, they just put Oregon. They said they really produced. So, I mean, that was from what he was saying anyway. Uh, but this year, uh, yeah. So there's a number of things. Is that um, there's a number of strains I'm looking forward to growing this year. In regards to peppers, looking forward to try or grow some puya. Um, but I don't know how well that's gonna go, but it'll be nice to see. Um, for any of y'all that have been keeping up on some of my videos, I've shown some that one orange ornamental plant that I got from the store. It's still alive, but I mean, we'll have to cut it back and let it come back up. But it's not doing like it was. I think part of it's become so root bound. Um, but I mean, I know I could put it in a container bigger, but I just haven't. I've just been keeping it going. I've been having water pretty much daily since it's such a small container. But yeah, it's still flowering and still trying to produce. And if I toy with it for a while, I can loosen the roots up, but that'll take a bit of an underdoing. And yeah, I don't have a problem trying to do that, but I'll just, you know, not gonna force it. But what I what I'm really tempted to do is grow seeds from some of the pots I have. I have several dry pots and a little couple over there. We got a dry pot here. I mean, this one's a smaller pod, but I just said let these sit out and they dried fairly well like that. So, and they aren't bad peppers. So, um, what I'll do is when I grow some of those out, I may grow a couple indoors here, and then or maybe then what I will do is definitely grow some outside to see how those do out there. Because I know a lot of times if you don't got if you got if you're working with a certain kind of setup, you can get the plants to do pretty good. But if you got a small area like what I'm working with in terms of growing plants, then you don't got the you don't got much room to go on that. Um, but in regards to what I'm doing with these here, I have to think of something. Dang, this pineapple leaf is just getting up there. But there's a lot of maintenance we have to do with some of these plants. Um, but yeah, it's no doubt. But there is a handful of things I want to grow. Well, more than a handful. But while I'm talking here, alright, come on, Bruno. Oh, look at this container. Keeps the lid on there pretty good. Alright, this is a dark chocolate staff. No, I am kind of regretting not buying more of those ornamental plants that I see at the store. But it's alright. I have plenty of ornamental seeds and, yep. Alright. But there is something I did get in the mail. I ordered something from a place. I'm not going to really say too much about that, about them right now, or their name, about them current second. But let me see if I can get this on here. I got, let's see, what did I buy? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let me see what the list here. I just put the list over here. Thank you, Brenda. Alright. Well, ow. I'm going to still be looking over the place I got from. Just take another look. One, two. Well, I caught this place that was doing a free shipping day or free shipping code for the day. It was about to end within a couple hours, and or within a couple hours, after I'd actually seen it. So, but let's see. Um, and this one here, I only got just a few uh, peppers. I mean, on their website, there's a few types that I wouldn't mind trying, but these ones really caught my eye right at the short term notice I was doing this. But right now, I just got this one. Uh, this one's Thai basil. It's got like roughly 50 seeds in there. And then there's this uh, wildflower bird and butterfly, hummingbird and butterfly mix. Uh, yeah, they didn't really put like how many seeds and such in there, but it's a nice size, big full of seeds. You know, there are flowers, and it looked like it'd be something decent to try. Now, all right, and here's I know I got seeds for a couple types of them already, but these ones are pepperoncinis. So there's roughly 15 seeds in here. So pepperoncini are nice ones. And this other one is another type of basil. I wanted to give it a shot or try. I don't know why I said give it a shot. Ooh, sorry for that burp. That's from the chocolate. This one's called licorice basil. It's an interesting one. I just would like to give it a try. I like trying different kinds of basil. Basil's very aromatic, and just figured it would be something different. Um, I don't got a problem with trying out different types of those. Um, and yeah, all right. Now let's see. Now I did get a type of ornamental. This is one of those colorful ornamentals, but it's supposed to have like habanero heat range. So, but I don't know the exact size of the pods or plants. But since it being an ornamental variety, I'm just going to go with that the pods aren't going to be all too large, and the plant's going to be not good bushy plant. That's a plus side about ornamentals. I know I got enough ornamental types around, but I just figured I'd give them a try. And another one is uh, purple cayenne. So I like cayennes, and I just figured why not get a purple cayenne. At one time I did have was growing them. I think I do got cayenne mix seed package somewhere. It's just got like the variety of cayennes. But I just wanted to get a purple variety. And what was pretty nice about where I got them from is that they had all these were except for one of them. Which one was it? Oh yeah, that ornamental one was $2. So the rest of them were all $1, and yeah, so the rest of them were $1, except for all of them were $1 except for that ornamental variety I was talking about that has more of a supposed to have a habanero heat level, or Scoville rating. But we'll see. It won't be a bad one to have. And then as of some free, they gave uh they gave out this little free seed starter thing that's garlic chives. So I mean, I don't know. It says it includes seeds, but then it includes this little pea pellet in there. So I mean, so yeah, it won't be bad. Get that going. Maybe I can start that indoors. I don't know, but it'll be something. And I mean, since they gave me a little pellet to start that in, I got a couple more. I could probably split up a few of the seeds and do. If one doesn't germinate, I always can just recycle the unused portions. So yeah, so that was including so let's see, guys. Yeah. I can always look at this while I pull my bag again. Let's So that was six varieties I ordered, and they gave a free garlic chive seed kit, seed thing, or what they said starter kit. This was basically a little pea pellet or a little pellet, uh, soak it in and then start a few. And on top of that, I mean, they gave organic organic gardening ebook thing, but I don't know. I have to see what's up with that. I don't know. Yeah, yeah, but I don't know. Then they give me a little thing to get 20% off seeds. I don't know. I'll probably have to check it again. Uh, if they have something else that I may be interested in, maybe I don't know. Could be getting some more basil, but like I said, I'm not too sure about that. I have to think. Don't want to think too long about it, but we'll give it consideration. And yeah, buddy. But what I'm going to do here is take a look, see what I've got to do with. One of these plants, I might just go ahead and get a clipping off that. And yeah. Um, with the arrow garden, I know not too long ago I did say that there was certain ones that I started, and the ones that actually just recently popped up uh, were the chocolate scotch bonnet and the CGN 21500 and the sweet apple. So those that popped up were actually pretty decent so far. Um, so and then one that I was putting the one in the back, I just put in there within yesterday, today. The petunia one wasn't starting off like I wanted to, so I took that out of there and put in an early jalapeno seeds. Then right back in the corner there, I put in golden cayenne. So, but another spot, I put in one of my crosses, and we'll see how that goes. So yeah, hopefully it comes out rather well. I'm just going to give it yeah, okay. I still got a while yet to add more nutrients. I just added them just the other day. Um, yeah. Some water in here. I just poured one little water that was in this canister into the pineapple plant. Well, it's a 56 ounce canister. Was 250 when it was on sale for less than 50% off. So I got it for about like a buck, pretty much or less. So, which was nice. But yeah. So, um, all in all, I'll just be experimenting around, and I do have to get some of these going. Uh, I might just go with one bag to start off. Usually I have pretty decent success rates with that. I know a lot of people go over the coconut coir or whatever, coconut coir. I mean, that seems okay. Um, I think that might work better in certain settings, but I think with me, it works with some other seed starting mixes and whatnot. It doesn't have to be a major name brand, but it just depends on how they go by it. It just, yeah, just the thing is, I don't like the stuff that's too fine or too dusty. Stuff that's got like nice, just all around nice. So, I mean, my one plant right here, I've had that, I put that in the seed starting mix after I transferred it. And it actually is doing fair. I mean, yeah, it's doing decently. So, well, look, where'd that go? Where you? Alright. Okay, we've got a few flowers coming in, but other than that, um, so but I don't really want to upset the flow I got with some of the seeds I just dropped in there, but I mean, in order for me to boost these up, I think I might have to add a little something in there or a little more nutrients, but I don't want to upset them. I mean, I had decent luck before with getting stuff going, regardless, but I usually like to keep the stuff just at the same general rate. Uh, mm, I'll have to check them out here soon. Yeah, but oh no, yeah. Mm, and what I'll do here, get another chocolate out. Mm. Woo! Now eating those pieces of candy like that. Ooh, you can get the spice going pretty good, but yeah, it's tasty. And a nice sweetness, nice spice. I can really taste the spice in there. Not in a bad way. Um, not to where you know, not purposely making it to where when somebody bites it, they get instantly hit with a spiciness, and I'm not trying to be like, oh, I'm trying to go at somebody hard with it. Um, I'm just, and I can make them at different levels. If I really want to go all out, I can just offload that, but that's offload a bunch of heat in there, and I'm not trying to be all funny with it like that. Um, but in general, I can just, you know, if somebody wants it milder, I can make it milder. You know, But, and then we got this going on here. This little guy. This is little marigold. I just decided why not do a marigold indoors and all that. Last year I had decent luck with some marigolds in yeah, like I was saying, I had a decent luck with some marigolds in crappy style setup, and they did fairly well. So what I'm going to do right here, that little side, okay. All right. So yeah, I'll put this one a little bit higher. Yep, a little closer to that light. Uh, yeah, I'm gonna burp from the candy. So um, basically, I'm right now. Everybody. Uh, yeah. So regards this and that. It is about that time to get the seeds going. Should be some outros going. And yeah. But it's kind of one of those take it easy nights. I'm working a lot. And yeah. So what I'm going to do here is decide what I'm going to do about a few things. And got a pot or some going on black bell pepper. Got some going still on the lower middle, which I went ahead and make a decision on that guy. So um, some of these other plants I will really have to do something about. Hey, soaps and suds and such. How you doing? Uh, but yeah, boy, yeah, yeah. Um, just chilling right here, talking about a couple plants and everything, and so, but um, just been doing seed experimentation or something, showing off a couple seeds and need some spicy pepper chocolate. So yeah, but let me see. Um, well, let me think. Well, I could do a test germination. Germination test, whatever which way you want to call it. I just would have to let me see grab the marker first. So I see if these germinate and I'll put some markers. Alright, got that marked. Let's see. Yeah, well, maybe one of these days you might get around to wanting to try some of my spicy chocolates. Maybe. But no, I can't really get my coworkers to try it too much. Maybe one guy, one or two people will try and give it a try, but I mean, actually, for any of them to want to eat it. A lot of them, a lot of them, to them, if anything steps up on jalapeno level or hotter, it's too hot for them. Hold on, guys. Gotta do this real quick. Mm-hmm. See if I can grab that. All right. Got CPCs were going to be viable because I've had these sitting around for a number of months. Not saying they can't be viable after sitting around for so long, or that time period. So I know they can. I've had seeds sitting around for a few years, number of years, and right there. Now, if anybody's curious, the, I'm just letting anybody know that the seeds I'm planting are Centope grande. They are, it's a very nice little, nice strain. I've grown them several times. This for a while, a couple years in a row. I hadn't grown several years actually. And it is a nice, it is a nice strain at all around. They're not high on the Scoville scale, but the way they are, they can almost put out a little more heat than what one would expect for being considered so low on the Scoville rating scale. But this is what I do. Alright. Now I got a little bit of water and moisture on them. And yeah, tap that, tap that. Alright. Here. Right here. And canister. Alright. Hey, what's up, Eric? Now, what I can do here is, let's see. Um, yeah, I gotta do this. There. If y'all were here, if y'all watched the video this whole time, that any of that noise that you may have been hearing was the fan from the light. So, yeah. But, um, so right now, if anybody is going to catch it, or if anybody has caught any more recent videos of my streams and that, and probably seen the Sugar Rush Peach plant that I have that's in the cracky style setup. I had recently, within the past day or so, or past day really, cut it back quite quite a bit. So right now it just looks like, where it forks out and does the double fork. Um, and I cut them. So it's just, I mean, there's some life coming off it, but it's going to take a while to jump back from that. But I have faith. Now, looking forward to this doing well. Hopefully. Now the Sugar Rush plant, I'm sure they'll bounce back because those are one of the faster growers. I mean, comparatively. I mean, the plants themselves may be faster growers, but the ripening of the peppers aren't so fast on those. I mean, you could easily sit with some pods on a Sugar Rush Peach plant for a good month and a half, 2 months almost before they even come close to ripening. Eric, if you're meaning that to me, yes, I do grow other things besides peppers. Um, right now, I mean, I've grown basil and, and a few other types of things in that regard. Um, I've been for the last year or something. I've been experimenting with the cracky style methods of growing, which is rather decent. It's not a lot of maintenance. It's very cost effective and cheap, or relatively compared to other hydroponic methods, where you have to go and buy pumps and circulators and all this other stuff, which that isn't what the cracky style really isn't totally necessary. I mean, you just basically, I mean, even though you do have to check the waters, uh, change the nutrients and the water nutrients mixture regularly, check the roots, be sure it's doing okay, and stuff like that. So, But as I was saying, with the cracky style methods, is that they work very well in any kind of setup you, or most any kind of setups that you can come up with, because it's not a circulating style like what a lot of hydroponics are. Um, but what is nice about it is that, like I said, you can do most any makeshift container, anything, and make it into a container that can be usable. Um, and so, basically, with that in mind, you could take anything that's small and make it into a usable container for cracky style setup. Now, there is modified ways of doing something similar with that, but main gist of uh, cracky style setups is, you know, some that's like a cup with a sponge or rock wool type stuff or whatever you got available, and then in a container, with the hole where the the cup can sit and rest in place, and that's, can be very nice, very convenient for indoor growth, and there are many advantages to it in the fact that when you're growing inside, you don't have to have the soils that could possibly attract some of the flies, or well, not flies, but whatever may be with what a person has to deal with when growing. Um, and if there's any issues with the roots or anything like that, you can always pull it out, inspect the roots yourself, and then if there's a problem root, you can take care of it, or you can do what you can, whatever you can. So, I mean, there's lots of ways to go around that, and plus side is the roots are contained within. But there's a number of things that plays with that works rather well. Um, so basically, like for example, what I'm meaning by a cup is, I know there's net cups you can get online or ones you can make shift in once, but the things I've been using are these. These ones are AeroGarden cups. They are used. They come with sometimes a lot of times they'll come with a kit for them or some for that with them, and you can buy these separate with seeds and sponges together, or you can just buy them as the grow anything kits, where it just comes with the seeds. Oh yeah, I meant to show. These are the sponge type things that come with it. They have like a little hole in the top. Can't see it too well in this aspect, but they have a hole large enough. This one's not the most well formed one, but they have a hole wide, just large enough for seeds to fit in there. So, and then you just basically do what I was just doing here. Uh, put the put that in there. I usually be sure it's resting at the bottom of this, and then if you can, if you do, some people put the seed in before they put the sponge in there. I mean, you can do it, after you put the sponge in there. It's really, given the person doing it. I mean, some have their own preferences, but either way you do it, um, you just basically do this. Put in your container. Let's say whatever it is that you have around and available, that you can just put that in, and then let's see, do we got any of those around? Dang, dang, dang. Alright, I just had one around. Alright, hold on. Now, there's multiple ways of going about this. There's multiple types I can work with this. Now, bottles of various sizes, containers of various sizes. The ones I was going to use were, I was going to experiment with one. It's just I'd had to figure out the right method I would choose to deal with that. But see, like with this, what's good about that is that this is a liter bottle. What's good about that is it fits right in the top. Now, when you put it there, and it fits snugly. But the thing is, when you fill this with fluids, you have to be sure that it's probably about that much above the bottom of it. You can't. I mean, it's just where it can wake up the sponge, and the sponge can soak up the ingredients. And what makes these nice is that um, when needs be and when you need to clean it, I mean, it's a little different when you need to clean it because you have to take it out and possibly put it there. But it also, if you have a lot of roots in there, it can make it a little different on putting them in there. But if you want to trim roots to it, stuff like that, you can always do that. It makes it pretty simple. But as a suggestion, what other growers will tell you is to be sure to wrap this up. You know, some people, I don't know, I use foil to wrap around here and block out any extra light. What's the plus side about foil is that when you want to look in there and just, get a visual aspect on it, you can take the foil off and look, do an inspection. So that's what's the plus side about it, doing it like, in these kind of things here. But um, what I like using, or what I've been liking to start using, is the coffee containers. They've worked really well. Oh, and another another aspect of if you don't got a big, or if you don't use those bigger ones, you can always even also use these smaller ones. Let's say what size is this bottle? This is a 12-ounce bottle. I don't want to show the name to it, but it's about a 12-ounce bottle. Rather nice. Here, hold on a second. I mean, I know y'all get the gist of what I'm saying around this one, but yeah. So basically, with this, what's nice about the little bottle is that if you want the plants to be smaller, they'll be smaller. And another plus side about it is that when you can also use these smaller ones as the help with germinating because we being makeshift cracky style germination germination stations. So if you got like a couple of dozen or so of these, then you can start a few like this, no problem in the cracky style setup. But I mean, right now I got this little marigold sitting here. It's actually perked up a little, but I'm going to have to. What I'm going to do is I don't know, maybe wait another day or two, couple days. I just switched out to nutrient solution, so it's got to adjust. And a lot of times, just keep when adjusting. What I've learned when I'm doing it is when swapping out the nutrient mixes, I always keep an eye on it within a day or so after, just to be sure. And So, but so yeah. Um, so with the seeds I've been showing, or seeds I've already been, I'm gonna go ahead and get going at some point here soon. I should have some interesting results from the seeds I was just showing that I acquired, and I had a decent deal for them. So, and but there's another one of my dark chocolate candies. But yeah, so yeah, basically, that one's got a nice creamy texture to that chocolate. Yeah, I'm wondering how that one type of basil that I purchased from them is going to be. Seems like an interesting one to try. Um, but yeah, so um, hmm. uh, I'm getting notifications of other people that I've had been subscribed to getting their live streams. Hmm. Well, that's cool. Oh yeah, Eric Hale. Back to what you were asking me before. Do I grow anything else besides peppers? And I know I touched base on that. Yes, I do. But I've also been growing a number of pineapple plants. So here, I'll show you real quick. Check that out. Uh, So yeah, this pineapple plant, or I should say plants, because there's multiple in there. I've been growing it out for a number of years. With the past year or some, I did have a pineapple plant that actually popped up, or a couple pineapples that did pop up. One actually got to the point of being able to be ripened, but the other one came off it when it was being moved. So, um, but in general, it was a. It's really nice to be able to grow your own pineapple plant and get to actually fruit from it. Um, Me personally, I actually I actually liked it, like the pineapple, but and there's spots in it, or it had like multiple things going on flavor wise. It was really fresh, juicy, sweet, but at the same time there was uh there was good parts of the pineapple that would have a tartness and a tanginess to it. But in general, not bad having your fresh grown homegrown pineapple. So yeah, Sopus and Suds and such. That would be nice. Those would be nice to grow. Those micro dwarf tomatoes, because those would work good for growing indoors. And I've also thought about getting some similar to that, because I mean, just to see how they turn out growing those indoors. And I know tomato plants can be, you know, some different in growing. I've grown plenty of those, and yeah. I don't know, man. Rob, that pineapple plants I had was, I mean, the ones that I'm growing here initially started when there were, or as a small plant when my sister bought from my mom, and it was in a container probably about like this big. I mean, the container height was probably about this big, and then it was probably about probably about that much around. At least the container was, and it already had like a small pineapple on top, but um, I just ended up. I mean, the container was. I mean, the pineapple on the top of it was roughly the size of a softball, but I think that could have been due to it being grown in that container to force the pineapple to be small. But in my experience, after transplanting it out of that container to bigger ones, it actually it was actually a couple years since that. I mean, after it was a couple years after that it actually produced the pineapples. But see, what had happened is after it produced the initial fruit, I harvested the fruit off of it, and after cutting the fruit off, the main plant itself started kind of looking like it was starting to that I mean leaves were coming off of it. Some of the leaves started dying back a bit, but then plant was still going. But then I could see these little shoots off the sides down near the bottom started coming out. Like two shoots started coming out the sides, and then the main plant started dying, but the two shoots kept going out to the side. And then so basically two pineapple plants grew from that, and then I kept those two in a container, and then it produced those produced pineapples within a couple years, and then then basically after that, after those produced, those more shoots started coming off each one of those, and then I ended up with like 6 pineapple plants or so. So it's just if you get it in the right in a certain amount of conditions or certain conditions, it actually um, you know they can grow pretty well. But um, but what I've done with this one or with these ones is that this one's going to be a big undertaking taking it outside because I gotta lug it from here where you see it across the other side, down and around a flight or so of stairs, and then to the back, around to the back, out the back, then down a set of stairs there, and yeah, that is a big undertaking to be moving that. So, um, but the thing is with it, it's just it's for the most part I grow that outside as long as I can during the growth season. So as many months as I can, I'll have that outside. But for the most part, in the cold season, it stays indoors. So, and I haven't had to do a whole heck of a lot to keep it going indoors. I don't have a light directly over it. I do I do water and feed it regularly. But as I was saying, I don't really do not or haven't been putting lights over directly. I've been just feeding, watering, and feeding it when and how I can. So, I mean, so yeah. But in regards to this, I have what you see here is a result after one pineapple. I didn't have to make any cuttings off it. Didn't have to make any cuts to it from a top of a plant or anything, or top of a pineapple, or start from seeds on it. It just came about from one plant in general. So, with no extra cuttings, no cloning, none of that stuff. It just did it on its own pretty much. Well, not on its own, but it sprouted these other pineapples on its own will. So, I mean, what I've noticed is if you get into fruit, and then you'll notice the main plant kind of goes dormant a little. It'll still grow some of the leaves or whatever, but then you'll notice if you look, you'll look like you see little parts like when you're growing a regular plant, it looks like it gets little shoots out the sides, like it's going to get an extra branch or something. It looks like it's going to start something like that, but then you just let it go on for a while, and then it just ends up turning into growing into its own plant. So you can get several from one. Basically, I mean, you can get anywhere from one to two, three or so from then that's the offspring from one plant without actually having to go through replanting other plants, and doing some other stuff with it. At least that's what I've experienced. I mean, I can't say the same for everybody. I'm just saying for what I've seen. Anyway. That's all. That's all I'm saying. And also, Rob, I thought of it. It can depend on the type of pineapple you're growing too. There is quite a variety of pineapples. So, I mean, there is a type of pineapple plants that actually produces pineapples about the size of a baseball, and and they can produce a number of them off one plant, and it looks different. It looks different than what the ones I'm showing you here. Um, it'd be I was considering getting some of those, but hopefully I can get some pineapples coming off these within the next year. Can't guarantee that, but I will have to. I was meant to do it this past 2018 season, where I was going to split some of these up and actually repot some of them. But I do not know what I would do with all that because I do not have the space for a good half dozen or so uh, containers that size in here of pineapple plants that are going to be like that. I really would have to consider, after splitting them up, consider giving them to people that would be willing to grow them. But I would only want to do that if I know they're going to treat it right. I mean, because I would not want to give them something like that I've been putting all this time and effort to keep them going, to give to them, and then it ends up and be like, "Oh, sorry, man, I killed it," or it's dead because whatever. It's like, I don't know. That's I mean, because that'd be a shame to see that go to waste. Yeah, Rob. The first pineapple that I got off the plant that originally was helping my family grow was the size of a softball, but that was because it was in a small container. But and it was a small plant. Now I'm talking about the actual variety. There's a strain that actually produces them to that size, even if you have them in the ground. If you're growing them in the ground, some of them, I've seen pictures of some of them where they can produce multiple pineapples, but with all the pineapples are you know roughly softball size, so baseball and softball size. That's unfortunate, soaps and suds and such. But there'll be more flowers coming in, so Stay in there, man. I'm sure there'll be plenty more flowers. Oh yeah. Uh, yeah. Yeah. Um, but basically, with me here, I'm waiting for those several just to hurry up and get going. Um, shoot. Uh, yeah, guys. Let me see. But um, I'm looking forward to this one getting bigger. This plant. I mean, right now it's kind of long, skinny stem. It's not that far from the light, but this plant of mine is actually a cross, but neither of the parents or started another or neither of the parents have this dark trait to them. Now, it's not. I wouldn't say that it's just because of the light. I think it's just a offshoot of the trait because I was getting some kind of nice coloration on the pods when I had them even growing outside, and the pods of either the parents aren't exactly particularly colorful either. But I think it was just a combination. That could have been just an X recessive gene, maybe. But so yeah. But let me check the chat here. What's up, Happy Pepper? What's up, Charles? What's up, Rev? And what's up, Lumberg? Oh yeah. I'm definitely looking forward to the seeds I got from that company. I mean, I know I don't need very many seeds, but if there's a certain strain I'd like to try growing, I would be more than willing to grow, see what happens with it. Though I know I do not need home very many others than what I already have, but I mean, but yeah, so And although, in regards to all of that, let's take a look, see. Uh, and all the strains I got weren't just peppers. The ones I got was this. Uh, yeah, I mean, I find that I'm not always having to grow just peppers. I mean, I really love peppers and all that, but at the same time, I'm I am also looking to broaden my horizons on the whole gardening game or gardening scene, and challenge myself to other grows. Um, so, I mean, that way I could probably take something from it, from each thing I grow, and see how well and what level it takes me at too. Um, yeah. Yeah, well, if you're growing that, good luck to you. I'm not going to grow that, man. But, I mean, I just got focusing on like growing aspects of certain things, and yeah. But what I could do here is one more of these. Yeah, Cody, that's cool, but self and such and such, I would consider crossing tomatoes. There are certain varieties I have in mind that I wouldn't mind trying that with, but I think I'd probably want to. I'd have to acquire seeds of certain varieties in order to do that, or certain particular varieties. So, um, so like some of those dwarf varieties and that I'm looking to experiment with in regards to with a strain that I can already grow. Due to the fact is that there are certain ones I like that I'd like to take the aspects of this one strain and cross it with that one and then see what I get from there. I mean, maybe I can get a little something different. But crossing can be tricky. Crossing is easier with tomatoes because tomatoes produce lots of pollen comparatively to pepper plants. I've noticed a lot of times with a lot of some of the certain strains that I grow, there's not huge amounts of pollen that comes out I mean, just enough to get the flowers going, but I mean the peppers going from the flowers, but not like a huge amount from every flower. I mean, I mean on the less spicier ones, yeah, there's more pollen, but on the ultra hot, they don't seem to put out as much pollen in the singular flower. I'm not saying they don't. It's just different. But let's see. What I could do here is yeah, soaps and suds and such. That's not going to be always the thing. Is when you're doing seed trades, you can never actually 100% be guaranteed that you're going to get what you have in mind. So what I've learned is with trading seeds is to keep an open mind because if you have something pictured up here, thinking something's going to be expecting some a certain way, then you get seeds from someone else or whoever you're trading the seeds with, they come out another way, and that just throws your expectations off. So what I've learned is to take what you get from a person and then what they have labeled it as, whatever. Like say you get, let's say for example, um, let's say, oh, I got a notification from Charles' channel. Yeah. Uh, um, but I've been getting notifications from other people's channels. But all right. Um, so yeah, already know how that goes with all that trading stuff. I mean, and plus, and on top of that, when you're trading with someone, you can't be 100% guaranteed that there hasn't been any sort of cross pollination going on. So, but that's can be expected. But yeah, so um, let's see. What I can do is some of the stuff I can shift around. That's what I should do. Um, yeah. But anyway, all right. All right, guys. I'll take a peep at the ale garden. Keep in mind, like several of the strains out of it, like three of them right now are ones that I just put stuff in within in between yesterday and well, two of them I put in between yesterday and today, and one I put in about a week ago. All right. One over there that looks like it's slightly color to it. That one's a CGN 215 something or another. Back there, sweet apple. Over to the right in the corner, right front corner is early jalapeno. Left front corner, right here, that's facing closer, is the business across the line. The middle one back there that looks like it's just getting a couple of leaves on the dome, in the dome, chocolate scotch bonnet. The one back in the far corner is a golden cayenne. All right. Now what I'll do is check some stuff here. Okay, peoples. Let's see what we can do here. Let's see. Yeah, just to get a little anxious, get some of these things going. Just would like a couple of my plants in here to actually produce. But, a couple of them are just doing what they want to do, how they want to do it. Alright. Right now, the plants that I still got producing anything is that orange ornamental. Got that bell pepper plant. Got another ornamental. Got the Count Dracula. Got a cross. So I got one cross of mine that's acts a little finicky about with the way it wants to produce. It'll go through those stages of producing, not producing, but the roots on it are just crazy on that one because I still gotta do some pruning. When I know I can get the ones out of there, I'll just go ahead and yeah, I'll just go ahead and I think I'll snip a branch off there and see if it'll go ahead and take off. Yeah, let's see if I can get it to germinate there. All right. Now, well, propagate, I should say. My bad. Yeah, so I got a whole mess of garden seeds that I gotta do something with. I should get rid of these seeds. I don't really eat spinach like that. I don't got nothing against spinach. It's just hey anybody want some spinach? Shoot. Anyway, What I got right here, watch the sangria dry pods. We're gonna do something with stuff like that. Mm. Let me get that. That's the ghost pepper seeds. Hey. Gotta plant some of those. Those. But anyway, I know a lot of you guys that are in the chat right now don't like growing anything besides peppers. Yeah, but seed libraries around here aren't too much of a thing like that. There's a good handful of people around here that think they know everything about growing because they've had a few gardens. But it is what it is. I'm not gonna try to bash anybody like that. So that's not my job in life. Let's see. All right, people. Yeah, I should get some of those basil going. I really am getting anxious to get for those seeds in there just to hurry up with the growing. Shoot. All right. Soaps and suds and such. I am I got like a handful of different types of basil. Um, I got some seeds with oh snap. Hope I didn't spill the seeds in here myself. Moving the seeds around, just looking around and stuff. I didn't really pay attention to that. All right, dang it, Rando. Why'd you do that to yourself? Yeah. Where is those? All right. Well, last year, or this past season in 2018, I grew a handful I grew a handful of basil, and it was uh, well, well, yeah, I grew a handful of different types of basil. Um, Thai basil, I started out last year. I started from the arrow card, and it took off really pretty fast. I had in two plants of it, and in a 5 gallon tote, knitted cracky style. And I had let them go for a while. I didn't, do a whole lot with them. I just let them be what they're doing. I mean, after I took them outside, I had cut from them a number of times. I had trimmed them back, and I gave them some away. I let some dry, all that kind of stuff. And there was a number of times that I did that. I was doing that for months on end with it, and then I just let it go outside. I didn't let it be in direct sun the whole time or nothing. I just kind of put it off to the corner, off the side, just let it be what it was, and then I had taken a number of cuttings, planted around outside here and there, and then I grew. I had a plant of what was called red velvet basil, um, or something like that, if I remember right. Red Reuben basil, never mind. Red Reuben basil. And then I did what was it? Dark opal basil or whatever it was called. And then I had some cinnamon basil. And the one cinnamon basil plant, another uh, opal basil did pretty good. I had the opal basil one in a container, and that one did pretty good. But the one cinnamon basil must be like 4 feet wide circumference, and, and then it was just like about 3.5 feet tall, roughly. And they're all nice. You let them grow. I mean, I like the smell of them all. I think in regards to the Thai basil, people would like that one because it's got nice aroma and everything. Leaves aren't too big, or leaves are nice smaller form leaves. And then yeah, stuff like that. But but I think the some certain beetles liked the basil plants for some odd reason. Even though I'd trim them off, get rid of some of them. The plants would bounce back right after, but though the basil bounces back relatively easily or quick. Anyway, um, yeah, those types of basil coating are different to grow. They're nice to have around. Smells good. Um, but and then if you let them flower, they can have some really nice looking flowers too. Uh, let's see. Yeah, see, the the nice thing about the flowers is the coloration of them. I've noticed on the cinnamon basils they have nice flowers. On the purple or the dark colored basils they do as well. Um, yeah, so um, but yeah, and then what's good cool to also have around is mint is interesting to have around as well. I mean, in the fact that when you're growing it, like what some people have done, and when they like going by the house or by the garden, that they'll like to brush their hand up against the or brush their hand along around some of the mint plants. Some of them can get rather tall, and they'll just produce that smell of the mint in there, which is rather nice. You can even catch it when it gets windy or something like that. Catch the down breeze from it. Does produce that nice refreshing smell of mint. But yeah, I mean, me myself, I get what you're saying. Bees like the basil, and what's nice is about having a lot of certain things around is it's real nice to have the bees. I mean, what I would encourage is that people embrace having bees around. I mean, I personally haven't had a problem with bees since I've been gardening. I've learned that they're not there to set out to hurt people. They're more on their own agenda, their own. They got their own jobs to do. They got their missions. They got things. They got tests. They got other things to kind of worry about rather than just plain out being spiteful. Um, mint, Cody, I could say this. I know how mint spreads. Mint's not that hard to keep out of certain areas. Um, but me personally, I mean, I planted it in the corner of my where I gardened, and over the last several years, it spread here, there, and stuff like that. And I've had my pepper plants right next to them, and some of my pepper plants in and surrounding by it a lot. Yes, I get the spreads, but it's just manageable. It's not any more than any other kind of plant life that goes around. So I've seen a lot of stuff a lot more worse to deal with than that. So I'll take and deal with mint any day comparatively to other stuff. Um, but bees. Back to what I was saying about bees. I like having them around. I don't have a problem with them at all. I mean, yeah, I wouldn't like getting stung by any, but I know for a fact they're not going to be like going up to right in your face, trying to flip you off at the same time while they're trying to, poke your eye out or anything like that. So, but it's nice to have all those things around. I mean, bees, butterflies, other insects, um, hummingbirds, other kinds of other kinds of wildlife, stuff like that. Um, I mean, I can say for this in my experiences, this has been shown. I've done this on several occasions that bees. I found some bees here. They're sleeping, resting on my plants, right around where the flowers are at, or right on the underside of leaves. And then I've even found some on marigolds and other flowers I may have around. Is like there's been times where I would go to grab on a flower that I would go to pull a part off, and because in order to get the part that's not looking so good off and to promote growth elsewhere, well, when I'd have my hand nearly on the flower and be about that much away from the flower, or from my head being about that much from touching the flower, then out of my peripheral vision, I was like, wait, 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 wait. I had to, catch myself. And I just moved my hand, and there was a bumblebee right under there in the middle of the flower. And I was like, that wouldn't have been a good thing for me or the bee, or the bee or me. So bee or I, whatever, however you want to say it. Um, for a couple of reasons. I could have quite possibly harmed or killed the bee, or I could have just pissed the bee off and turned around and stung me, and then the bee could have, died from the result of stinging me. So the most inconvenient aspect that would have been out of it is, you know, I would have been left with a stung hand and or the bee dying. So, which that to me would have been a loss in itself. But, yeah, well, eyelids are just a little loose piece of skin over the eye like that. That's a sensitive area. I know about some stuff like that. Oof. Right. Yeah. So, but there's yeah. No. I know one thing is a lot of people tend to. Oh, and there's toads that hang around my garden too. I like seeing them around because I could just be walking in there, and next thing I know, there'll be a little toad scurrying around. Sometimes little toads will make like a little dugout right by the base of my pepper plants and just chill there for a while. Um, there's just different aspects of toads being around. That's cool. Um, let's see. Then what other things? There's a lot of things that I like seeing or hanging around my garden. Um, there was this past season there was a number of rabbits and bunnies and that hanging around my garden. It was nice having them around. Yeah, no, um, but yeah, um, I know there's can be having rabbits around the garden can be of a mixed bag on that one. There's be a number of people saying, "Oh, I don't want rabbits around my garden. They do this or do that." But me personally, I mean, I don't mind them being around the garden. For the fact is, as far as I've had them around, what they what they've done for the most part is trimmed a lot of little foliage that be growing around the plants, like maybe extra bits of grass, or if any weeds were to pop up or anything like that, they would have stuff to gnaw on. So that's the plus side about having those around. That's definitely a plus side. But um, yeah, it's getting about that time, everybody. But what I will do this year, or coming up soon here, is uh, alright, for anybody that's still on the channel right now, still watching the video, throw a thumbs up icon on the screen. Just want to know who all's here and watching and listening. Please. Alright. So far, I only see one person. Alright. Uh, oh, good grief. Gotta get that stretch in there. Yeah. Alright, people. I guess I'm not seeing too many of that, those thumbs up icons showing on the screen, so it's all good. Um, I see three of you actually put up the thumbs up icons on there. Thanks, guys. Um, so there's 10 viewers in here. Right. Interesting. Um, but all right. What I was going to do, I was waiting to see if there are so many people in here to be catching this stream because I was going to do a little giveaway. But so but I was just going to do it, just waiting to. I was just waiting to see what's going on. So, all right, it's no problem. No problem at all. Hey, don't you dare. You plant, you don't move on me like that. I don't like that attitude. You don't touch my other plant. I don't care what kind of day you're having. You don't take it out on that plant. Uh, Cody, what these chocolates are is the type of chocolate. These are dark chocolate or darker type of chocolate that I was making with some of my Brendo spice. So that's part of it. It's like, you know, a spicy dark chocolate style Brendo candy. So yeah, these ones are got a nice dark chocolate type of flavor, a nice sweetness, and it's also got a slightly creamy flavor as well. And so it's got a smoother finish as well as that flavor of Brendo spice in there. Now this particular batch isn't the hottest I can make them, but I'm not trying to be sending it out there to make it out some record level stuff. So I do like them hot and all that, but I'm not sending out to prove something on it. So I can make them at all different levels if I want to. I can. But this particular batch is spicy, but it's not the hottest I can make. So, well, here, this is what I can do for you guys. Um, whoever wants to take part in these candies right here, throw up a little wavy hand or something, or whatever icon in there that you can throw up in here. Whoever is in there wants to take part in this little thing right now. Let's see what y'all got on that end. I'll do that before it gets too late. All right. And I'll see what I want to. I just want to see how many of y'all are going to be wanting to be involved in on this little thing, and then we can decide what we're going to do, which path we want to take. All right, there's soaps, suds, and such. That's one. Now, and it just continues up to a certain amount of people, then we'll have something going on. But I have to see the activity flowing here. If I don't, then I'll have my answer. All right, I see three. I see three icons on here. All right. Let's see. Let me sure I keep an eye on the market. All righty, everybody. let's see, what, three people? Hmm, interesting. Mm-hmm, 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 mm-hmm. All right, so I see four people did that. Let's see. All right, this is how I'll do it. Let's see. All right, so let's see what I can do on this one. Let's see. All right. All right. I'm just talking about these candies here right now. Right. Um. Alrighty then. All right, guys. Let's see. All right. If y'all want to still do this, then yeah. And up here, guys. So okay. Whoever wants to take part in this, just this is a second. Just letting you know here right now. Um, let's see. What I'll do here is see if I can find those things again. All right. Yeah, sorry guys, but I've been going through some here. Um, let's see. All right, see, this is what I'm going to do with this. I'm going to put numbers 1 through 7 on here, and this will be for bubble mailers. I'll be doing something else soon. These are just for these dark chocolate ones. Got something else coming up in mind for something else. So, I mean, I'm sure there's other giveaways that'll pop up real quick after this one. Um, let's see. Remove it. Yeah. Alright, guys. This will do. Right here. Now, whoever wants to, I'll send you a bubble mailer out of the darker chocolate ones. Let's see. Alright, whoever's got the number one through seven, one is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, or 7. Pick one of those numbers, and whoever gets it, just go ahead and say your number, and I'll pick it out of this thing. Then I'll go ahead and send you one of those things, alright? Or one of the bubble mailers. I got another thing coming up that's for, I'll probably do it sometime tomorrow after I make another batch of a certain other kind. Alright? Alright, now doing that. And as you can see, I'm reaching my hand in there, pulling out one number. Alright. Alright, whoever said their number, keep it in mind. I have not looked at it just yet. Alright. Alright. Whoever just said that number. Number 3, Chris. Now, I think somebody may have already got that number. Let me go back through here. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. We got 2 people that said the same number. Oh, looks like Lisa and Rob Schaller said the same number. Uh-oh. How about this? Okay, Rob and Lisa. Uh, since both of y'all said it, I'll keep it a little fair. I'll do it like this. Even though it doesn't matter who said it first on that one, this will be, I'll narrow it down to Rob and Lisa on this one. You know what? How about this? I'll be nice enough to do it for both of you guys, all right? I'm not even going to try doing it like um, splitting it up. How about this? Since both of y'all guessed it so close to each other, Rob and Lisa, both of you, I'll send you both out one, all right? So be sure to both of y'all hit me up on Hangouts. I'll send one to both of y'all. I'm not even going to trip about it. Both of y'all guessed it so close together. I'll let both of y'all win on it. So I got plenty of these. I got plenty of these for you guys. So these are the dark chocolate ones. These ones are sticking here because I got a couple of them stuck on top of each other. Yeah. So so Lisa, hit me up or message me the info. All right. I just want to know. I need the info so I can send it to you. And same with you, Rob. I might still have your information, but hit me up anyway, just in case. And I'll have them sent straight out to you. No problem. Okay. All right. Now, let's see. All right. Um, trying to look around here. Tomorrow I will be doing another uh little thing if I can get stuff together soon enough. Depending on the day plays out, the weather plays out right. I got a couple things I need to do, so I will have to straighten all that stuff out. Gotta go around the stores and all that, get all that squared away. Then I can hopefully, you know, get something else together for another little thingamajig here. But and tomorrow, tomorrow may involve at least flat rate box. All right. So please stay tuned. And yeah, that's something we'll have going on. I probably said too much because I expect other things to be happening where just magically pop up. Um, but yeah, uh, we'll see how this goes. All right, guys. Yeah, sorry about this. No, but I will have to. We'll have to get ready to do a couple of things here. So, yeah. Yeah, so But what I'm going to do here, guys, since it is the time it is, it's getting near 11. We're going to have to wind this stream down. I would go on for a little bit longer, but in order to try to get some things to fall into play tomorrow, I have to get an early start on stuff. And yeah, so, and Rob Schauler and Lisa, definitely be sure to hit me up, exchange the info. And then Happy Pepper, be sure to message me or get a hold of me as well. Alright? But, alrighty, guys. I got something to take care of around here. But, oh, as I mentioned earlier in the video, I did say that I cut back the Sugar Rush peach pepper plant that I have the cracky. This may look a little extreme because I just did it. But, so, I cut it back. I probably could have cut it back even more. But, what I'm thinking is, so I just literally just had cut it back. So, it does have the little growth to come around on certain sides. I expect it to pop up. But, spots where I'm thinking I might go ahead and come back a little more. It's a little more down here, a little bit. But we'll see how it goes. I'm just playing it by ear at the moment. Um, but yeah, so remember this is a 1.3 gallon container. So we're going to have to see about getting some similar containers in this coming up again. If yeah, I might just go ahead and buy me a pack of them just to get them going again. But we'll see when the time comes. Yeah, but I mean, I got a bucket over here that maybe a little tall, but I could actually use that. Yeah, I could actually use a couple of those as uh as something to use for the upcoming season. I got some ideas. Yeah, I'll do that. All right. I know the plan's been cut back drastically on that sugar rush I just showed, but I do expect it to be jumping up. Um, so and to all those that have showed up and watched any of this video or to watch the stream at all, I greatly do appreciate it. But I'm very thankful that you have showed up. And yeah, so in all totality, yeah, it's been a nice time. I've been liking to talk, and so, but please be sure to stay tuned on the upcoming thing, and I'll make a post about it. Uh, hopefully, I can put it on Google Plus and the other another thing, that MeWe or whatever it's called. I don't know. But we'll see how that goes. Um, but for sure, when I'm getting things together on it, I will make a post. And I will keep everybody posted, just like I said I was going to make a post. But anyway, so okay, but we'll see from here. There'll be some good things and thoughts about it. All right, and everybody, please stay tuned. And yeah, anybody who hasn't already, please hit that thumbs up button. All right, and yeah, if you haven't already, be sure you got that notification bell going. That we also really appreciate as well. And yeah, so if you guys can stick around for tomorrow, I'll do what I gotta do to have that going for you. To show my appreciation. I'll do what I gotta do. All right. And thanks to all that's in this channel in here right now. Lisa, Charles, Arthur, Eric Hale, Cody, Schaller, Happy Pepper, Rev, let's see, Lumberg, right. Not sure if I've seen everybody on here or not, but and I'm in Spain, something such and such. Yeah, so well that's all that I've seen in the list here, so all right, may everybody be well, have a great night, and yeah, and stay safe, everybody, regardless if your area is snowing or not. Just stay safe or do what you can, all right? Hey, Doug, you showed up just in time. Nah, it's okay, Doug. Um, but hey, Doug, if you could, man, we were just saying that if you everybody see about whoever can, or hopefully all y'all can, just tune in tomorrow. No, it's all good, right? It's all good, Doug. You're here now, so that's a good thing. But should you say I Rev? What? No, I'm just kidding, man. Anyway, all right, guys, we'll go ahead and square this way. I still got some straightening up to do around here, just like every day. But that's good. That's all good, Doug. That's do what you gotta do, man. Um, but yeah, so um, So I'll be hopefully I can get this going in the early afternoon. Get it going pretty good. But I don't know how it'll go. I got a handful of things going on, so like I said, I'll let y'all know. Please stay tuned. But all right, everybody. Um, yeah. And you, freaking Scuba Steve. All right, guys. I've been pushing this out for a little bit. It tends to go that way. Look. Um, right now we're just going to get ready to wind it down and everything, and then say we'll be in there tomorrow. Check it out, and yeah. So it's going to be a long week. All right. All right, you guys. I will talk to you soon. All right. Okay, guys. Instead of procrastinating a little bit more than I rehab, I'm going to go ahead and do this thing. And so, oh, sorry, I was just getting a little breeze that felt good for a second. Um, all right, guys. Remember, spicy things. Spicy things. Right. You. You. Right. All right, just remember, you keep it spicy. You keep it spicy. You keep it spicy. All right? Yes. Keep it spicy. Okay? All right. Now, if you can do that, that'd be great. Okay? Alright. Alright. You know what they say, when it's right, it's right. Alright. Let's go on this. Do this dang thing and call it a night. Okay, guys. Yeah. Trying to do it, but it's so filling. No, just kidding, man. Uh, Boy, that escalated quickly. Uh, Man, I've seriously got to get some stuff going on. I usually have been getting in the habit of starting my days early. Um, Man, if I didn't have a certain set things like what I'm going to want to get done for tomorrow, I'll stay up pretty late. Not that I haven't before, but it makes it much smoother to set some things into play. 3 words. Alright, alright, alright. Alright, guys. We'll go ahead. Gotta go do some things. Gotta, yeah, do this and that. Want everything down right. Alright. As I said, alright, alright, alright. But if Charlotte and Lisa are still around, I'm sure they probably stepped out already. But as a reminder, hit me up. Right? Info exchange on that. Alright. Alright, Doug. Thank you for being around and all that. Appreciate it. Check you later. And everybody, good night. I'll see y'all again soon. Alrighty. I'll see y'all later. Alright. Let's get this going. Thanks for tuning in. Appreciate y'all being around. Click that thumbs up button if y'all can. Remember, keep it spicy. And yeah, we'll see you in the next video. That should be coming soon. That should be coming soon. Alright, please stay tuned. Check y'all soon. Remember that hashtag. Keep it spicy. Right? Spicy things, guys. Spicy things. Alright. Peace out. Check y'all later. Alright. Let's see if this will work right. Yeah. This is how this is going right now. Alright, guys.